All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome me, Fit and Lee. I want to do a video today. I know I'm supposed to do a weigh-in. I'll get on that, folks. I promise. But I want to talk about sleep and the importance of sleep and weight loss. And this never occurred to me before. I know it's been discussed by different people in the weight loss community. That sounds communist. You know, the weight loss folks. But okay, so I've always been a night owl. Ever since I was 14 years old, I would stay up all night long, almost all night long. Then it was, even on school nights, I would stay up to like, well, not all night, but 1 or 2 in the morning. Then I have to get up for school at 7. And I always struggle with my weight then, and I still struggle with it now. But my whole life, most like 80% of my life, that's how my life has been. Like I would think nothing of sleep. It was always second nature to me, or not second nature, but I just wouldn't pay attention. I would stay up late, do stuff, and say, well, I'll just go to bed at 4 when I'm ready, or 5 in the morning when I'm ready, sleep till about noon, and I thought that was all right. Well, I was getting the bare minimum amount of sleep you need to function, and some people need a lot more than that. Like some people need 8 or 9 hours. I really need 9 hours to really to feel well rested. Ever since I was infected with Lyme disease, and so what I need is 8 hours. So I've invested in sleep therapy. I got this little thingy here at the bookstore, and it's like a little aura projector that has sounds on it like ocean waves and frogs and rain and stuff like that, and different colors. So I put that on at night, and it helps me sleep. And I use that. Okay, so I prioritize my sleep, and I also take a melatonin. I take 10 milligrams of melatonins at night to help me sleep, and I make sure I invest. And I go to bed no later than midnight, 12, 12:30, and I sleep till about 9 or 10 in the morning. Now, not everyone can sleep that late, but that's what I need to function well. And since I've been doing that since last September when the witchcraft started, I've actually, as you might have noticed, I start losing weight because before that I wasn't focusing on sleep. I thought, oh, it's got to be my diet, which it can be, or exercise or anything else, but sleep. I did not consider that as a factor. But when I changed my sleep patterns, the weight just fell off. Like I didn't do anything else. My diet a little bit. And by the way, folks, after Christmas, I went off the wagon a little bit with my diet, but I'm back on track now. So anyway, but the sleep has helped me lose weight. It's helped me in, just feeling better. And I think it just changes your cortisol levels, everything. But for me, I need about 9 hours of sleep to really make a difference. And that's what I do every night. And I always make sure that, I got off X, X is the, social medias. I dabble on Instagrams a little bit, folks, but I'm trying to build a following there. But I got off X because it was so toxic and it was destroying my sleep at night. I had to do that. But now, with this little projector thing, and I also take a melatonin, and I go to bed like at midnight, no later than midnight, and it's really helped me, and I think that that's a big part of weight loss, and nobody talks about, well, people do talk about it, but people always say, well, it can't be that. What does sleep have to do with how much you weigh? I know a lot of people, like, that's why people are saying, it's so easy to lose weight, because these people probably have good sleep patterns. A lot of people that are slim and trim probably have really good sleep patterns. They might even eat junk food, but their body's able to handle it because their sleep is better, their cortisol is lower, their stress hormones, cortisol is a stress hormone. So as I've been fighting the witchcraft, folks, and let me tell y'all something, I've got a rat-infested home, and I had to have the exterminator come over, and he doubled down, like he put rat traps where the sun don't shine, and we've got we've got snap traps, we've got rat bait in the alleyways because he believes they're coming in and out of the house. They're not nesting, thank heavens. They're not nesting in here, but They kind of remind me of liberals, you know. They just take and take. Don't give anything. Although I do think rats are kind of cute. Don't you all think rats are kind of cute? Anyway, the problem is we had a caregiver for my dad, and she freaked out over a rat and ran outside screaming, and we thought she was having a, well, we thought she was having a medical emergency. Turns out she just can't handle rats. Darling, if you can't handle rats, you're in the wrong business, okay? If, you know, and then she was complaining, that I'm not sure, I'm not a maid. You know, well, you know, maybe you should find another place to work for, okay? But anyway, folks, rats, you know, can cause stress in your life. And of course, a couple weeks ago, I was cooking eggs on the stove. I put the hot water in the colander. It splashed and trickled down my ankle, and I got two little old second-degree burns, which are healing very nicely because I don't have diabetes, so they're healing very nicely. But I just want to say to the folks that stress in your life it can really affect your weight. I had no idea that it would. I thought, oh, that's a lot of, you know, new age hooey. How can stress affect your weight? But it does. It really does. And if you don't know how to manage your stress, you'll probably have a hard time losing weight. It's really important, especially over 40, that you handle stress well, and you can't run outside screaming. You know, you can't let emotions run rampant. These things you must be emotionally stable. You must, you know, control yourself. But once I prioritize my sleep, I have noticed a tremendous difference in my life and the way I feel and everything. So I just want to share that with y'all because sleep is often overlooked as a factor for obesity, but it is probably one of the biggest factors. And I don't think fat people are lazy. You know, we're accused of being lazy and gluttons. If you just fix your sleep, that's half the battle there. All right. So anyway, folks, as I continue to deal with, you know, the witchcraft and the rats, and, you know, of course my dishwasher broke because the rats ate through it, and dryer broke because the rats ate through that, and coming up the pipes and all that. But as I continue to deal with this stuff, at least I'm getting my 9 hours of sleep in. So it's not really taking a toll on my weight loss journey. But I will be doing some more weigh-ins, I promise, and I'm going to keep up with the sleep because that's important. See y'all next time, and remember, folks, say a prayer for someone special day. Oh, here finally comes the garbage man. The city of Richmond is terrible, folks, about taking our garbage. You know, the mayor is a DEI hire, some dothead, got his name Avula, or whatever his name is. He can't do anything right. So finally the garbage man came, and I'd put a complaint to the city of Richmond saying, are y'all going to take our trash? But don't worry, folks, we removed those racist statues. You know, spent millions of dollars doing that, but we can't get rid of our trash or fix the potholes in the street. Well, enough of me pontificating. See y'all later. Bye.